almost everything to the Olympic because it's been such a bulk of my life.
Of course.
But a lot of what translated into that feeling was the fact that I got so sick in 2018 that I spent 2019 afraid I was going to get sick again. And instead of really processing the amount of fear I had in the past, and like truly at one point I thought I was going to die in the hospital.
Wow.
And it wasn't that bad. I was creating that kind of fear and anxiety in my mind. And I never really accepted that I felt that and allowed myself to process through that and move on from it. I just was kind of like, don't feel like that, push it down. So it was still in there. So all of 2019, I'm like, I don't want to be back in the hospital. I don't want to be back in the, I was just living like that instead of being like in the moment. And I wasn't allowing myself to really like allow those emotions to come up. So in 2020, the next year, I remember and my life always goes in like this, depending on prep. So after Olympia, it's like this kind of low. I didn't really feel great, and I'm kind of working myself back up. Started doing a little bit of therapy then. I didn't have the therapist I had now, which I wish I had because she's a beast. But
2020 is when you kind of started therapy a little bit.
2019-ish.
2019,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And so started doing that, and then I felt a little bit better because I wasn't in prep, wasn't in Olympia mode. You get a little bit busy with business starts picking up, travel for sponsors, all this stuff, and I'm like, push that stuff aside. I feel okay right now.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden prep starts again, and I'm like, there's that fear again. There's that feeling, that pressure, that fear of getting sick again, this expectation now. You know, I won last year, but people were like, did you really deserve to win? It was pretty close. You shouldn't have won. And I'm like, well, I have to dominate this year so they don't question me this time. And all these things going on. And I remember sitting on my stairs with Courtney and just like kind of sitting there. I think we were going to the gym or something. And she just noticed something was up with me. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. I'm fine. And then she's like, what's going on? She just kind of pried me enough. And this is like, she's helped me so much with this because if you were to ask me how I feel, I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah. And I would believe it. And then you ask me 10 more times and I'm crying on the stairs and I'm like, damn, like what's in this right now? And she's like, what are you feeling? I'm like, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm going to like lose again. And then they're going to prove that I shouldn't have won last year. I'm scared I'm going to get sick and I'm not even going to make it on stage. I'm scared I shouldn't be competing and I'm putting my health at risk. And this is so stupid. Like bodybuilding is not healthy. I have an autoimmune disease. Why am I doing this? This is dumb. I'm going to hurt myself. Like all these fears are in my brain right now. And I never even let them come up to think about them. I would just put them down.
You never spoke about it.
Never spoke about it. And just letting that out and like crying with her and like talking about it, I just like immediately felt better.
It's a release.
It was just release. And she was just like, she just listened. She just heard me and with like a sounding board. And I just felt this pressure off of me. And I was like, wow, like that I feel better now.